What up?
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It is 11:44 a.m. on a
It
Friday.
is. And normally, I would have to go in 25 minutes, but the kids don't have camp or school this week
so
or next.
excited about this.
So it's like...
You've told me this 9 times.
It's like normally I know most parents complain at this stage, but
This is no man's land in between like
it's a weird
camp and school.
it's a weird time. I'm definitely spending more time with the kids during the day as a whole. But for this particular window of time in the middle of the day when I seem to always be recording this podcast, I don't have to leave to pick anyone up. I can just record. It's
Well, I
the
have to
freedom
leave.
of that. Oh, fine.
I have to go now.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Goodbye.
Fine.
And thank you for listening to this episode of House of Scale. Tune in next week. No, I do have to go. So we're at some point. I do have to go.
I know, but it's
So,
not a child-related thing.
I mean, it might be.
It could be. It's fair. Could be.
Well, one might appear. A wild child-related thing has
In
appeared.
15 minutes, my parents are showing up for Grandma and Grandpa Day. And
Ooh, Grandma Grandpa Day is a big day.
it
in
is a
this
big day
house, so
every
I
Friday.
can imagine.
And they might, so the children might be in the background.
Good.
For
Let them
that.
show up. Let them
Yeah.
show up.
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on?
What do you want to talk about today?
I want to talk about our favorite genius team.
Oh, yeah.
If you are...
Sorry.
I like love these transitions. I can't come up with a better one, so we're just gonna make it awkward. Thank you to Share Your Genius for supporting this show and sponsoring this show and providing the post-production and making us sound good, more gooder than we already sounded. Because if you, dear listener, you have a show that you edit yourself and you don't know who to trust to edit your show, or if you want to start a show and you're afraid to start it because you're like, who can I trust to edit this show? I have no idea. Look no further than to Share Your Genius. We could not do this without them. When you reach out to them, not if, but when you reach out to them, you tell them Nick and Erica sent you. You call Rachel. You tell them Nick and Erica sent you. You say, hey, Rachel, Nick and Erica says you guys are the best and we want to know. We want to do this with you. So what do you want to talk about?
I want to take it easy today. I feel like last week with the recognition gap mini book, we teached and preached. I know that's not grammatically correct, but I wanted to rhyme.
Teached and preached. It was an intense few weeks.
Yeah.
So
We released the
let's
first
chill.
mini book. Yeah. We officially launched the consultancy. We podcasted the mini book, and I kind of just want to chill today.
Yeah.
I want to have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Well, shameless self-promotion for the mini book. If you haven't listened, go or read it, go read it. And a little peek behind the curtain, Erica is going to read it to you. So stay tuned for that.
Audio version coming soon.
Audio version,
Get excited.
audiobook coming soon. And I said it here and now to commit you to it for
I'm doing it.
seriousness.
I'm doing it
Well,
today.
we've said a lot of things on this show that we've never done. And we were like, we're doing it. We never did it. So we'll see if this
I'm
one
excited to read it out
comes
loud.
true. I think it'll be fun. It'll be good.
I wonder if my voice is going to change as I do. Like, do I have a reading voice?
You
know?
definitely won't.
Is it
It's
different
gonna
than my
be
talking
weird.
voice? I don't know yet.
Yeah, having done this for a past job, I did it at my last job, and it's definitely weird for the first 5 minutes, and then you kind of pick a character, and then you're like, okay, this is my audio voice. But anyway, fun.
Oh, I'm positive I'm going to have an audio. I just don't know what she's going to sound like yet.
I can't wait to hear it. Fun fact is that the second mini book is about to roll off the production line. It's done. It's mostly done. It's just leaving edit. It has left editing and it's moving into staging. And so that'll be coming out soon. So we're keeping our promise and not just doing one.
And if you're wondering, how do Nick and Erica post so consistently on LinkedIn and do a podcast every week and write mini books? It's because we have help.
It's because we have help. It's because no one...
Katrina Kirsch,
thank you.
thank you for being our mini book person.
Our mini book wizard? Our mini book pirate.
Sure. Pirate,
Yeah,
sure.
she's the best. So that's the whole thing. No one does solopreneurship alone. Like that's like the great irony of all of this work is that stop trying to do it alone. No one does it alone. Anyone who says they're totally alone is lying, or they're stretched pretty thin. So like,
If you're actually alone doing this work, that's just a very, very lonely place, and you don't need to be.
It's not necessary. So, that's the whole thing.
Go make some friends. Go make some friends. Go build your community. Go hire someone. Like we all do. We all have people.
Any support is better than being completely alone. And there's no shame in that. There's no nothing. Like there's a point like I did it all alone for a little bit. Everybody has to start by themselves and like get things going. And it doesn't look like doesn't always look like paid support. Like you don't have to go hire somebody or get a contractor.
Just join a community.
Like find some friends.
Yeah, or find some friends.
And ask for some help, even if it's like someone to talk to. That's kind of how you and I got hooked up in the first place. So wait, we're not talking, we're not preaching and teaching today. We're not. We're falling in. See, look at us. Okay. Today I want to talk about starting conversations, but I want to talk about it in the context of the ridiculous LinkedIn DMs we get. And we've been keeping an archive of these because we knew this episode was going to come one day. And here it is. It's here. It's shown up on our doorstep. And we're here to bring everyone to the promised land.
Look, the point of what Nick is about to do, which is hilarious, every once in a while he just breaks out into reading these. And he gets a lot more of these than I do for some reason. And the ones that I get, I don't really have because I just immediately block you. If you pitch me something stupid, that's just where I am in my life. So the point of sharing the wrong way to start a conversation is it's cathartic and we want to laugh, but also like, don't do this. And there are so many better ways to start conversations if you're trying to grow your business. And we will get to that after this.
Yeah, well, I think it would be fairly obvious. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. I don't block these people. I just kind of like leave it. LinkedIn has this really dumb system called move to other, which I just siphon all this stuff into other. But it's good to like point out how ridiculous some of these things are. And we're not going to tear anybody down. We're not going to name any names. We're just going to talk about like why it's so absurd. And we'll share what we believe is a different approach that will produce like a much more human approach that will produce a much more different result. So the first one I want to talk about, let me see when I got this. This was August 21st. So not like a week ago, probably closer to 2 weeks by the time this episode comes out. And so it says, thanks for the connect, Nick. I'm crazy busy today, but I'll be back shortly to say something more intelligent. In the meantime, how are you doing? And I did not respond to that because I was like, what a strangely fake human way to say something. Like you were trying really hard to be human by saying that in that way. And I was like, this feels canned and I'm just going to leave it. And I didn't do anything. I moved it to other. And then a couple days ago, I got another one from him. He says, as promised, I'm back. After having some time to peek at your page, I gotta ask, is LinkedIn a reliable source of opportunity for your business? Like, oh, okay, so you're just trying to pitch me. Like, what happened, dude? Like, why did you go there? Like, why did you go there? The follow-up, I think it's the follow-up. I mean, that key message, that original message was really ridiculous. But if you just leave it, like no real human person follows up on most things. Like if you were genuine, you just be like, yo, like, good to connect. And you wouldn't be like, I'm curious about a question about your business. No one does that. But the key is the first message has to not suck enough to get a response. This is my opinion. Like to do a normal human thing, if you don't send a message that gets a response, you're making a deposit into the bank of goodwill. And eventually it's like, I had someone 2 years later be like, hey, like, I saw your stuff again, and I can't believe I didn't respond to this original message, but like, blah, 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 and you start a conversation with them. And it's like, oh, cool. Like that wasn't wasted effort. Anyway, but I'm bringing this one up because something very magical, something amazing happened the other day. And it's like two people had the exact same thought because a few days later, actually the same day this guy followed up, I swear this has got to be the same person with two I mean, they have like almost like not identical headshots, but they have like this like teal ring around their headshot. So I'm like, what are the odds of that? But we're not even going to go there.
We're not going to go into
was on the
teal
same
the
day.
teal ring conspiracy.
Teal ring conspiracy. We're going to like leave that one behind. But the same day I get a new DM from a different person with a teal ring. And he says, "Great to connect with you, Nick. The rest of the day is a bit hectic for me, but I'll circle back soon with something more intelligent to say. In the meantime, I'll take a quick glance at your profile." Now, this man didn't wait 2 weeks or whatever, a week to get back to me. It was only a day. And this morning he messaged me and said, "Diving more into your profile and business got me wondering whether LinkedIn is your main engine for finding new opportunities."
Oh my gosh. That does sound like the exact same person.
It does sound like the exact same person, doesn't it? They're two different people. And the real question is, which LinkedIn guru decided this is the way to go? Now, upon further investigation, because I did not investigate these people whatsoever because I had zero motivation to do it, but I'm doing it right now.
Okay,
they work
what
at
are
the
you
same
finding?
company.
The same company? No.
They work at the same company. And actually, now that I'm
widens.
looking, the conspiracy, the rabbit
The
hole
teal
goes deep.
conspiracy.
Yeah, so the teal thing checks out. Like, I literally didn't care so much that I didn't even click into their profiles. But now that we're talking about this, I'm looking at their profiles. They both work at the same company. The first one I got was the CEO. The second person is the VP of sales. So I guess the conspiracy is not that intense because they're clearly talking. They're being like, "Hey, I got a bunch of responses from a message like this. We should send this message to everybody." And they don't realize that they're just.
Are you sure they're
sending
not
it
the same? They're not the same person, and it's a fake company.
I mean, they seem like they're actually different people because I mean they're verified. So like I think you have to submit a picture of your ID. Yeah.
Got it.
So like I think that they're actually different people. I do think that they work at the same company and they were like, "This works." And then they said, "Great, let's go spam a bunch of people on LinkedIn with it." And they both spammed me. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, why is this happening? And so that makes you look like an idiot. It makes you look really bad. I don't think that there's anything. There's zero redeeming qualities of doing things like this.
Zero.
Because there's absolutely nothing human about it. And this is just one of the very many ridiculous things we get. I don't know if you have any pulled
Yeah,
up
I've got a
for
few
you.
pulled up here
Hit me with them.
that I didn't block. August 20th. Quick inquiry, Erica. First of all, why do people ever think that putting quick inquiry, that is a hard word to say. Inquiry. Why do they think that that's going to make it more likely that I'm going to open this up? Like, it is the biggest tell. The second I saw that, I was like, I don't want this message. Whatever you're asking me, I don't want to know. But he didn't ask me anything. Not to start. Instead, it said, "Hi, Erica. This year I've helped," random name. He named someone that I've never heard of, parentheses, a B2B consultant. So, your ICP. Add 1,000 plus targeted connections to his LinkedIn network. Book dozens of calls with decision makers, referral partners, and high intent leads in his niche. His investment is just $197 per month, so you can imagine the ROI. And here's his inquiry. Is it okay if I share some more info on the process here? No, it is not. It is absolutely not okay to do that. One more here.
I just don't care about that at all.
This one is titled "Useful?" ? Hi, Erica. Have you ever thought about publishing a book to position yourself as the go-to expert? Just the go-to expert. Not in anything, just the go-to expert. We help professionals like you turn their expertise into a book through a simple 3 to 4 hour interview. No writing needed on your end. We handle the entire process for you. Editing, cover design, and publishing your book on Amazon. And no AI is involved. Mind if I share a bit more information? No, I don't want more information at all.
No. Here's a good one.
Go ahead.
This is a really good one. March 11th, 10:38 p.m. What up, Nick? Just connecting with fellow LinkedIn creators, like that, like Steve Buscemi meme, where it's like, "Hello, fellow kids." Good evening, kid.
Good evening.
It says, "Not going to get on your nerves. Ha ha. Insert SpongeBob meme that's like 10 minutes later. Hope you're doing well, Nick. By the way, I'm using AI to handle all my content. It's pretty insane. I post every day and it takes me around 90 seconds on average. Even with my relatively low number of followers, I'm making 5 figures a day from LinkedIn. LOL, pretty crazy. I know. Happy to demo some of the AIs for you if you want. That's not a question, but he put a question mark at the end of it. And then March 13th, 11:11 p.m. Are you still replying to your LinkedIn messages? March 15th, 11:27 p.m. Hello? March 18th, 11:40 p.m. Question mark? Mac, guy, you did get on my nerves. You said you weren't gonna, but then you did. Why did you say that? Why did you say that to me? I'm just like, just don't do that.
Don't do that.
Just
Oh,
don't
I
do
get
that.
this one a lot. Sorry. It turns out I don't block everyone. Really thought I
Good.
would have. Question, Erica. Hey, Erica. I saw the glowing recommendation from Amanda saying Erica is a thoughtful, supportive editor who adds immense value. I am impressed. Wanted to ask, are you taking on more clients at the moment? If so, I might have something for you. Oh my God. It's because Amanda Natividad is the person whose testimonial sits, I think, at the bottom of my homepage.
Yeah, it's on there. I don't.
And so
yeah.
everyone is just like,
They just
Amanda
grab onto that
loves
one.
you, and therefore we love you too.
Yep, there it is. You know what's a really good one I get all the time, or I've gotten like 4 times recently? Mm-hmm. Hey, Nick. I'm gonna paraphrase this one because I don't have it in front of me. I deleted it.
Oh,
for
paraphrase.
Sure.
This is gonna be good. Go ahead.
It was like, hey, Nick, I saw that you liked a post from Jen Allen Knuth.
All right. Yeah.
I too liked a post from Jen Allen. Like it literally just said you liked a post.
Yeah.
From Jen. And it was like, oh, let me check her post. 1,000 other people? Like, what is that supposed to be? Like, what is that supposed to be? I just don't get it. Like, who responds to this stuff? Like, I don't know anyone who responds to this stuff.
I don't know. I think I hit connect on this guy, which was me just trying to be more like proactive. And so he messaged me after he accepted it and said, hi, Erica, apologies for not messaging sooner, but thanks for connecting. Like, why are you apologizing? You didn't have to message me. We help marketing teams remotely produce video podcasts and other content. So we move in a similar world. Thanks again. Fine. I forgot to respond because my inbox is always insane. And then he followed up 2 minutes later with, pretty sure I discovered you through your podcast, by the way, if that's a helpful bit of attribution. But I'm pretty sure I clicked connect on this guy. So I just don't get it. To me, this conversation feels more human than the ones that we've been making fun of. But it's still, I still don't get it. Like, you didn't say anything that makes me want to respond. Do you know what I mean?
It just makes like no sense. This is a ridiculous one too. Okay, and then we can stop venting about this and we can talk about different stuff. We can talk about what I think is or what we think is a more effective approach. But this one is just silly. Hey, Nick, I know this is where I'm supposed to casually reach out and talk about shared interests, referrals, and my personal favorite, quote unquote, synergy. But my assistant told me that sounds like it was written by a first generation chatbot trained on business jargon. So since she sends most of these messages anyway, I'll use her suggestion. Just wanted to say thanks for connecting. Nice to meet you. Smiley emoji, wavy emoji, hand raised emoji. Okay, first of all, I feel like this is like the most difficult way to be lazy I've ever seen. Like, this sounds like it was written by a first generation chatbot trained on business jargon, like this entire message. And then like so like I couldn't be bothered to send this message. My assistant said this message is dumb. I couldn't be bothered to send it. So I'm going to make her send it. And I'm going to just give you this huge preamble about her sending it and then use what she said anyway. I'm sorry, dude, but what is the purpose of this? So then, July 17th, 11:03 a.m., I get this message. July 21st, 2:14 p.m., Nick, I just wanted to reach back out and introduce myself. Please feel free to do the same. I'm the founder of this, and we help insert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 business like verticals, etc. So more, schedule more meetings with decision makers. Here's a humongous pitch. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm not sure if that's relevant to your 2025 goals, but if it is okay, I will send you a short Loom video to show you how it works. Yes, I know you get several, like, Nick, just want to check and see if you got my Loom video.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the ones, like, these are just exceptionally ridiculous, but I really hate the ones that are like, I made a video for you, and it's just like a fake screen share of my site. And then it's like them being like, hello,
Yeah.
I am telling you about my business and pretending to look at your website as I talk. And it's like, what is this? Like,
It's
who
crazy.
does this work on? Like, are you trying to run a phishing scam on my grandma?
That's the question of life. That is the question of life. Because we could do this all day. But like the question of life is, who the hell does this work on?
Who
And
I don't
what
know.
and how? Like I would die to speak to someone who this worked on.
Or
like-
who it works for.
And I want to know what about it made you think yes? And then did they actually help? Because there's no way that these people are good at their job.
Like, who reads that and they go, oh, I do need more meetings with decision makers. Like, clearly this person is getting those meetings. Like,
Must be, or else they wouldn't be doing this at all. Like the
I mean,
scam
there's
has to have some sort of
I just
payoff.
feel like it is a social engineering scam or like a phishing scam that would work on like your grandma. Like, I don't see how someone with like any sort of like understanding of how the internet works would work on. Like, anyway, it is absurd and
It's crazy.
I don't appreciate it whatsoever. But what I do appreciate is good messages. And I do receive a good amount of good messages, and I think we should honor those messages. Like, I got one the other day that said, congrats on Duo, man. Super needed, super awesome. See you and Erica's content all the time. And I was like, I responded to that.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's great.
"Oh, thanks, dude. Much appreciated." He tried to align on, then he kind of like came into like a half of a pitch, but I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Actually, he half pitched me.
Wait,
and I
what do
was
you
like,
mean?
"Oh,
What did he pitch you on?
he was like, we got a crazy amount of solopreneurs in our group. Would it be worth your time to chat? Like, I don't know. And I was like, maybe. I was like, I said, sure, send me some details. Never responded. So like, I responded and he never said anything to me.
That's
I
weird.
was like, okay, I don't understand what else you wanted out of that. My approach is to do the most human thing you could possibly do.
Yep.
Let me see here. There's one message that I think is like really indicative of how all of this goes. And it's like a really simple thing. You say thanks, right? You just say thanks. And people don't realize that like all you have to do is not be weird. Just be a normal human person. And you can say thank you to people. And they go, but what would I thank them for? I don't know them. How am I supposed to thank a stranger? Well, this is the part where you go out and be another normal human person and you explore the internet. You go see stuff that's going on in the world. And so you might say something like, if they commented on your post and they said something thoughtful, you could DM them and say, thank you for commenting on my post with something thoughtful. It's not AI drivel that was just smeared all over the internet. And then they go, thanks for noticing. I appreciate that. And then you start a normal conversation with them.
What happens after that though? Because I feel like it's actually quite easy to take that first step and be like, thank you. What happens when they respond and go, no worries, that's cool, like all good? How do you keep the conversation going? Because I actually think that's where most people get stuck.
My go-to is to ask a normal question, which is like, well, one, if there's a engagement loop open somewhere, which is where you want to start from, right? They commented on your post.
Yeah.
They said something thoughtful. So I would probably have a thought about what they said. Oh, I never considered the thing you said. I never thought about it that way. Mm-hmm. Right? Have whatever opinion about the thing. An easy one is when they subscribe to your Substack or your educational email course. So I sent one, this was September 2024. Hey, name. I saw you signed up for the email mini course the other day. Just wanted to reach out and say hi and thanks for supporting my work. Smiley face emoji. 10 minutes later. Hey, Nick. Thanks for seeing me. Like, in quotes, seeing me. Nice to feel like I'm not just another subscriber. Also, I'm usually not focused on the woo-woo stuff, but the universe definitely gave me a sign yesterday. I've been so frustrated feeling like there's a misalignment between, and she tells you, like, they tell you stuff.
Huh.
Like,
Fascinating.
I need to get super clear about the problem I'm trying to solve. And then just hours later, your email, like I realized this thing and I was thinking about this thing. And then boom, your email course showed up and actually served this information to the thing I was thinking about. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So happy that it like lined up for you. Like anything, you know, here's the thing. You're like, what do you do? Right? I want to go, what specifically, or is there anything specific about it that resonated? Is there anything specific that stands out to you that you liked? It's the easiest way, especially when they're commenting about a thing you've created. Now, like this requires you to create stuff. I'm not saying become a creator. I'm saying create something. Like write a LinkedIn post or comment on other people's posts and say something, have a thought about something. I just posted this today. I was like, you need to have a point of view if you want any of this to work. Like you need to have a perspective on something. Otherwise, this is going nowhere fast.
This is all just making me realize how many opportunities I've personally left on the table. I get a lot of messages and it's really hard for me to keep up with them. And no, please, for the love of God, don't tell me to use a tool. I've tried them all. They don't work. Like it's just too hard. I don't personally want to outsource the message talking to anyone or anything.
No, the human part of the thing, don't.
The human part of the thing is where you should be spending your time.
Agreed.
But I get a lot of spam and I get a lot of messages. And I am just scrolling through my messages as we're talking. And there are so many opportunities here that I've personally left just sitting because I went to sleep and woke up and forgot that I was in the middle of a conversation with someone and never followed up. So I'm just scrolling. And this was August 13th, not too long ago, but now it's been a few weeks. So I could totally go back in here and start this up. But this person was just being super nice to me. Your content's great, blah, blah, blah. And we were going back and forth and she has a problem that we solve. And it ended with her saying, I'm kind of feeling the same. Sometimes it takes a few years to get our feet under us. And I said, for sure. And like, then it just ended.
Fuck.
You know, like there's
you're
many
the
of these
worst.
moments where I'm like, yeah, totally. Yeah. And because it was 4:32 p.m. Like I'm sure I was trying to do like 5,000 things and like the day was coming to a close.
At the same time,
you know what I mean? And now I'm looking at this message and I'm like, oh, like this is a prospect.
You should message her right now.
Yeah,
Like,
what
hey,
should I say?
recording this podcast and I'm about DM etiquette. And I realized that as I'm going through my DMs, she was
It's about DM etiquette. And
that's funny. I hope she
I'm
listens to the
realizing
pod.
as I go through my recent messages.
You'll
that I
really appreciate
totally
the podcast. About 32 minutes in.
dropped the ball on this convo.
Look at us. See, we're human. We're human just like everybody else. Sometimes you drop the ball. Here's where I think the rubber meets the road though. Like doing that and just like integrity and operating just this is, hey, this happened. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Not being like, I'm sorry, like making up a fake business excuse, super slant, like just like, yo, drop the ball, my bad.
I don't know, I must have like had 5 coffees in the morning or something, because once I realized that I hadn't responded to people in like 2 years and I felt so bad. So I went through and just started responding to everyone. And then I got shadow banned from LinkedIn because they thought that I was a robot.
Oh yeah,
like,
that'll
shit.
happen. So
don't do that.
I don't think it's not that it's unrelatable. Like you probably get more volume than most people, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing and I was talking to someone else about this the other day who has a large following. I was like, dude, the problem that you face right now in your business, I was like, you're very unapproachable. Like the beauty of LinkedIn or any of these social platforms is that the barrier between you and someone with perceived, like a level of status or some sort of notoriety or recognition, like someone like, and we're not talking like these are famous people. These are people who have a large following, have a following on LinkedIn, and talk about business stuff that like interests you. Like, you're a normal person. Like, be more approachable. Like, I can message someone who wrote a book I like, and they'll be like, whoa, thanks so much. Like, you can start a conversation with anyone you want, and the majority of the time, they will respond to you. And I'm like, dude, why are you not responding to people? Like, why? It's like, I don't know. I just don't do it. I'm like, okay, dude, like, be a little more approachable. Go reach out to people. Like, you're not too good to reach out to people.
It's not about being, just from that side of things, it's not at all about feeling too good. I think we all have different ways of dealing with anxiety. There's the fight, flight, or freeze. And like, I freeze. It makes me feel so overwhelmed to have just a lot of people saying really nice things. And then like, how do I sift between, is it enough to just say, like, I always try to be like, thanks so much, but is it enough then to just be like, thanks so much and not return? Or because then there's the other side of me that's like, is this a bit, do I need to go into biz dev mode?
You can't
Are we
have
just
like,
saying like,
yeah.
It's
you
too
can't
much.
run 20,000 conversations at once.
I just freeze. Freeze.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like, a little context here in terms of like the thing that I'm talking about too is if you don't have enough conversations going to like, that makes you feel good about the state of your pipeline so that you can like close more deals, like you can just go and start a conversation with someone. And honestly, having a large following makes it so much easier for you. So I think what you're talking about is certainly true. Like, there's definitely a level of like,
I'm talking
anxiety.
about when people start conversations with me.
I know, but it goes both ways though. Like, because the people who start conversations with you may or may not be the right people that you can sell to. So like, talking to people is always going to be a good thing because that will always drive word of mouth. But you can also be very proactive, and you, like the collective you, not like you, Erica, like we can always, all of us can be proactive. And I think some people don't really think about it because they're turned off to the idea of going, it's like outbound. It's not outbound sales. Like, just go find someone you want to know and go try to make them your friend. Like, go try to be friend to this person and have a normal conversation with them.
That's why I don't think my experience is very relatable at all. I think most of us aren't having enough conversations in the DMs, full stop. And the whole point, and I said this the other day, and someone was like, I said, the only ROI that matters is conversation started, right? Not impressions, not likes, not any of that shit. Conversation started. And this person was like, what do you mean by a conversation? Do you just mean people DMing you? And I wrote back and I was like, no, I mean conversation in every sense of the word. A DM that you get from someone, a DM that you send to someone, a comment that they leave on your post, a conversation that you leave on someone else's post. Beyond LinkedIn, them mentioning you in their Slack channel. That's like super huge. If someone says, hey, I sent this to my team in Slack. Someone mentioning you and giving you a shout out or a hat tip on a podcast. Someone mentioning you in their newsletter. Someone tagging you in something, anything, any conversation that gets started, whether you can see it or not see it, is valuable. And that is the goal. Can you measure all of those? Absolutely not. Who cares? Like, attribution is so annoying. You can't measure it. But you can feel it because people mention it on off moments when they're like, oh yeah, someone was talking about this and then you came up, and it's like, okay. And then you start to, then if that happens, pay attention. What were they saying? What conversation was happening where you came up? What influence did you have in that moment?
This takes years. I am like nobody. I have no following. I still have fewer than 5,000 followers. Like, I have nothing, like, in the grand scheme of all the people who talk about shit on the internet, especially LinkedIn, like, nothing. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, and I was doing it with like 1,500 followers. I don't like whatever, plugging the CP3 framework, right? Like, the clarity enables a lot of this stuff, but you can't do it. Like, if you're trying to do it without creating something, you're just trying to play on hard mode. Like, you're just trying to play on hard mode. And I approach content as a means to starting conversations, not as like a means to, I mean, yes, it's like, it has many utilities. Can I like aerate my ideas? Can I more clearly articulate what I'm trying to think? There's a bunch of stuff that creating content, whether it's this podcast or writing stuff for LinkedIn, Like there's a bunch of stuff that goes into that and a bunch of reasons to do it. But it is primarily the catalyst to conversation, right? There's no other way about it.
Yeah.
Like, and all of them are like every conversation you have is a little GPS coordinate. Like it helps you decide where to go and what to do.
Yes.
Especially in the earlier days. But like as you're scaling up too, it's like having conversations, like some people, like there's the ebb and flow, like the agency doom cycle. This is like the weird thing. It's like you get super big, bogged down by client work, and then BD and marketing takes a back seat. And then as client work starts to taper off or projects come to a close or people naturally graduate and whatever the reason is that the work goes, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, there's not enough deals in the pipeline that I feel like super comfortable with or comfortable about. How do I go out there and like juice the pipeline? And some people just try to market really hard and wait. And it's like, you can market really hard and also do something. You can do that. That's an easy thing to do. And honestly, it's the best thing you can do because the more people you talk to, the more people who know about you, the more likely they are to want to like engage with your stuff because they like you.
I just think having conversations in general,
Underrated.
No matter what form that takes, it should just be part of your day every day. Fine. Maybe one day a week, you don't have conversations. Fridays, you're just doing deep work or you're taking it off or whatever. Weekends don't count. But if you're running your own business, you must be having conversations with people. That is the easiest way.
I think it's a proactivity thing versus a reactivity thing for me. Like people wait for them, like people, there's the inbound and referral inbound or whatever, cold or warm, however you decide to describe it. That's what everybody just kind of like waits for. And they create content. They go, God, it's not working. I'm not able to like no one inbounds. And it's like, dude, what? Like, just go get it. Like you can just go and talk to people. You can go comment and you can go make some friends and talk to people and like show up where you need to be. I used to be rigid with this. My process used to be pretty rigid. I was like 9:30 to 10 every day, comment, shoot out a couple DMs, meet a few people. And I have realized that like that rigidity did not work for me. Like sometimes like the energy is just not there for that. Social battery is a little too low. And so I kind of just roll with it now. And I find that to be more effective because like, you don't know when someone comments on, and I'm not saying like be on LinkedIn all day waiting for a comment, but it's like when someone throws a comment and you see it, whenever you see it, like that's the time to go and do it. Not 9:30 in the morning because that's when I set my LinkedIn time. Like whatever, whatever boundaries you need in your life, but like to make it work for you. But I have found that it works really well when it's like as organic as possible, right?
Yeah, 100%. Some of the best friends I've made on the platform, who, by the way, like when we say conversations for your business, we're not always talking about directly then being able to attribute that to revenue and getting clients. Like a lot of the friends I've made are a huge part of my, as Taylor would say, customer advocacy program, I suppose. My unintentional, my organic customer advocacy, where, you know, these are people that are out there singing my praises and saying, this is my friend, and they do something that might be interesting to you. And that could be the day after I meet them or a year after or just forever. They've also become referral partners, like our designer. She commented, our designer person that we recommend everyone to, she commented on a bunch of my posts. Then she wrote something funny and then I messaged her and then we became friends. And then she designed my website and now we recommend her. Like she's the best example of this. She's just herself and she humans all over LinkedIn. And her pipeline is so healthy.
It doesn't have to be difficult. Actually, it's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be really simple.
Yeah.
And you're dead on is that it's not like not every message and every relationship becomes a business opportunity. If you can start turning more conversations into real relationships with people, whether they become advocates of you, like they just know about you, and when they're talking to a peer and they go, oh yeah, we're trying to deal with X, Y, or Z. Do you know Erica? They're like, oh yeah, we know. Oh, you should reach out to her. Like, oh, Erica always says that. It's like just like Erica says. It's just like I've learned this from these people. Things like that go a really, really long way. But like being super approachable, and I will tell you, I DM some people that like I read their book and I was like, and I really liked it. And I was like, hey, I read your book and it changed a lot for me. I implemented this thing. And then they don't get back to you. And I'm like, and maybe, hey, look, man, not everyone's on LinkedIn. So it's like fine. But sometimes like, man, I'm like, damn, like I was trying to be really nice. Like, and I thought that they would appreciate that. And they just like, don't get back to you. It's like when you do that stuff and you put that out there, you tend to build connections faster. Like real, actual, like human connection,
Yes.
not LinkedIn connection account. Cause that's dumb shit that nobody cares about.
It's
Right.
so hard though. Like I have so much empathy I just have a lot of empathy for all of it. Like there could be so many reasons why they didn't respond in that moment.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm not like mad at this person, but like,
No, but I
don't
get
know.
it. Like when you choose to be a person in public and then you have something going on where you don't respond, like that will have a downstream effect, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Like-
But I will say it's a massive competitive advantage for the people who do.
That's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. You have to stay on top of these things, even if your instinct is to just stop. But you know what? We could end on this fun note. I've never tried it, but apparently LinkedIn DMs do have away messages. So
Yeah,
you
that's
could-
a premium feature, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, if you are a person in public who wrote a book and you don't want to ignore messages, like in this example, like that person could have put on an away message and been like, hey, I'm taking a year off of responding to people because I am tired. And on that
Yes.
note,
On that note, thanks for coming
Thanks for
to
hanging out.
this rampage that was just like a mess of ridiculous LinkedIn DMs, some ideas and some things that have worked well for us and for some clients.
yeah,
don't
let
know.
us know.
This was a
Let us
vibe
know.
today.
This was a vibe today. Let us know which part stood out the most, and
Yeah, DM us.
we will get back to you.
DM us your craziest DM, and let's see if you can get us to respond. Let's see. I don't know. Don't do it. Maybe do it. Don't do it. I don't know. Whatever. If you got this far, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Until next time.